Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Welcome to day 1086. House Republicans revolted against a bipartisan spending deal, openly criticized their new speaker, and blocked a procedural vote on an unrelated bill. As a result, House votes for the day were canceled while Speaker Mike Johnson attempts to reach a deal with members of the ultra-conservative House Freedom Caucus. The 13 hardline GOP members said they were absolutely not happy with Johnson because we've been involved in nothing, and the agreement largely resembles the one former Speaker Kevin McCarthy reached with Biden last year. The group also complained that the bipartisan spending deal, which would avert a partial government shutdown starting next week, was unacceptable because it doesn't secure the border or cut our spending. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden made an unannounced appearance at the House Oversight Committee's meeting on whether to hold him in contempt of Congress. Hunter skipped the closed-door deposition last month, citing concerns that Republicans would distort his comments. Republican Nancy Mace said, "You are the epitome of white privilege, coming to the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of?" She added, "You have no balls." Hunter Biden, however, has offered to testify publicly at least 6 times, but Republicans have refused the offer and insisted that any interview be held privately. Still, both the Judiciary and Oversight Committees voted along party lines to recommend holding Biden in contempt of Congress. Moving on, Donald Trump will not be allowed to personally make a closing argument at his New York civil fraud trial after refusing to abide by the judge's restrictions, which include that he not give a campaign speech and that he sticks to relevant matters. Judge Arthur Engoron said he was initially inclined to let Trump speak, with the caveat that he limits his remarks to the relevant material facts of the case, doesn't introduce new evidence, testify, comment on irrelevant matters, deliver a campaign speech, or impugn myself, my staff, plaintiff's staff, or the New York State court system. One of Trump's attorneys, however, said Trump cannot agree to the proposed preconditions and prior restraints. Closing arguments are slated to take place on Thursday, and Attorney General Letitia James has asked the judge to impose a $370 million fine, as well as ban Trump from working in New York's real estate industry for life, and ban him from serving as an officer or director of a New York corporation. And finally, Trump, forgetting that his own mother was born in Scotland, baselessly promoted a false birther conspiracy that Nikki Haley is ineligible to be president because her parents were not U.S. citizens when she was born. Trump's latest attack comes as recent polls show Haley is cutting into his lead in New Hampshire, and his own eligibility is under threat because of the insurrection clause of the Constitution, which is now under review by the Supreme Court. While Haley's parents became citizens after she was born in South Carolina. Under the 14th Amendment, being born in the United States makes Haley a natural-born citizen and therefore eligible to become president. Trump has previously used the false birther claims against then-President Barack Obama and later against Ted Cruz. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.